Hello students, in previous class as I taught you the earth as a planet, we will continue this chapter only, the shape of the earth. The earth is not a perfect sphere, it bulges slightly at the center and flattened at the poles. In the olden days, the earth was considered to be a flat disk with steep edges. People feared that they would fall off at the edge. However, later many scholars and astronomers said the earth was spherical in shape. Aryabhatta, the 5th century Indian astronomer and mathematician, believed in the round shape of the earth. He said the earth was spherical in shape and rotated on its axis. On the 6th century Greek philosopher Pythagoras said the same thing. Today we have convincing evidence to prove that the earth is spherical in shape. Now we will know about the proofs that the earth is spherical in shape. There are some points. The first point is sighting of a ship. While standing at seashore watching an approaching ship, we first of all see only its mast. Then it comes closer. We can see the deck in the middle, then its funnel, and finally hull comes into full view. This can happen only when the earth's surface is curved. If the earth were flat, the entire ship would have been seen at all once. This we can understand with the help of a diagram. Here we can see the flat earth. All the are visible, but in the curve-shaped spherical earth, first we'll see the mast, then whole ship will be visible. This is the sighting of a ship. Next is the Bedford level experiment. An experiment was carried out in the Bedford level canal area in England. 3 poles of equal length were fixed at intervals of 5 kilometers. It was ensured that the poles had the same height above the water in the canal. When the poles were viewed from one end of the canal, the middle pole looked slightly higher. It could not have happened if the earth had a flat surface. A similar experiment was repeated at different places. It sufficiently demonstrated that the surface of the earth was curved. This also we can understand with the help of diagram. Here we can see if the flat earth is here, then 5 kilometers, these 3 poles are placed, so equal length is there. We can see the equal length of these 3. But if the spherical earth, we will see the middle one higher than these 2. This is the Bedford level experiment. Next is circular horizon. The view of the earth's surface as seen from a height is circular. With increasing altitude, the circular horizon widens even more. This is possible only in case of a spherical body. See this diagram that this spherical earth, the higher the altitude, the wider the circular horizon. The circular horizon AB widens to CD as you move up from the XY. This is the spherical earth. Now we will see the flat earth. Irrespective of all altitude, the visible horizon is the same. So this is the difference of the flat and the circular. So it is one of the proof, circular horizon. Circumnavigation. Magellan's ship Victoria completed a round the world voyage in 1519. His ship returned to the same place from where it had started, Spain. It proved beyond doubt that the earth's surface is round. Next is sunrise and sunset. The sun rises from the east and sets to the west. Sunrise and sunset occurs at different times at different places. This is because the earth rotates from west to east, and therefore people in the east can see the sun earlier than those in the west. This phenomena would not have been possible if the earth was flat. Here we can see the sunrise and the sunset. The rising sun is seen first at places in the east and then places in the west. If the earth were flat, the rising sun would be seen at all places at the same time. So these are the different places on a round earth see the rising sun at different times. All the places on a flat earth will see the rising sun at the same time. Next is lunar eclipse. During lunar eclipse, the shadow of the earth on the moon is circular, in the shape of an arc. It is possible just because the earth is spherical in shape. Next point is the position of the pole star. The pole star is visible vertically overhead the North Pole. If the earth were flat, then the pole star would have been overhead at all the places on the earth. The pole star is located overhead the North Pole as the earth is spherical. Next is the planetary bodies are spherical. All the planetary bodies like the sun, moon, satellites and stars are spherical in shape. This has been observed through telescopes. They are strictly spheres and the earth is also spherical. Next is the effect of gravity. The weight of a substance is related to the effect of the force of gravity on that substance. An object weighs nearly the same at all places on the earth. This proves that the force of gravity is almost equal at all places on the earth. It is the only possible if the earth is spherical. The last point is space photographs. Photographs taken from space by satellites show the spherical shape of the earth. This is the most recent, modern and authentic proof that the earth is a sphere. Now we will know about the size and the measurement of the earth. The first attempt of measuring the circumference of earth was made by a Greek philosopher called Eratosthenes. He did this by using a measuring system stadia. He also calculated the tilt of the earth's axis. He was remarkably accurate in both the cases. Calculations have shown these measurements: equatorial diameter 12,756 km, polar diameter 12,714 km, equatorial circumference 40,076 km, polar circumference 40,008 km. Now we will know about the moon. Moon, the Earth's only satellite. Moon is the Earth's only satellite. The moon is thought to have formed about 4.5 billion years ago. It is the nearest heavenly body to the Earth. The period of the rotation on its axis and revolution round the earth is 29 days and 27 days respectively. This results in keeping the same face turned towards the earth. The interval between two successive new moons is called a lunar month. The moon has virtually no seasons. The atmosphere is absent for the moon. The topography of the moon is irregular and characterized by high peaks, mountains and craters. The surface of the moon comprises dark featureless plains, solidified basaltic lava. The gravitational attraction between the earth and the moon causes tides on the earth. As the moon rotates on its orbit, different parts of its face are illuminated by the sun, leading to the lunar phases. The moon also rises and sets. Different phases of the moon controls this phenomenon. This moon in the sky both during the day and the night. The rising time is shifted by about 30 to 70 minutes every day than the day before. Moonrise and moonset time is almost similar to that of the sun during the new moon. During the waxing period, the moon goes through the stages of a crescent moon, half moon, gibbous moon to become a full moon. The evening sky experiences moonrise after the sun sets. It rises a little later in comparison to the previous night. Moonrise and moonset advances during full moon. This is similar to that of sunset. The waning period passes through the stages of half moon, crescent moon to a new moon. At this stage, moon rises every day after sunset. The moon sets with the rising sun. During the new moon phase, the moon rises late, almost at sunrise, and sets with the setting sun. This also we can see the diagram of the different phases of the moon. The phases of the moon, the 0 day will start new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous to full moon, then waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent. So the chapter is over now.